Good morning and welcome to Business Success Partners and the Friday Biz Thing. You're with Phil Wicks and Craig Conley. Good morning, Phil. How are you this morning?
I'm great, Craig. How are you?
Good. You're looking well, I must say. You're looking like you've got some great tips this week.
Well, I hope so.
Good. So this is part 3. This is our third session of the Friday Biz Thing. And today, Phil has some tip around business strategy, and I have a tip around Google Analytics and how to get accurate traffic readings. So, Phil, you're up first, as usual. Fire away.
Okay, I think what I sort of want to talk about is the importance of business owners, small business owners, spending time every month on strategy. Mm-hmm. And when people start a business, they often will have a vision, and they'll put together a business vision and a strategy. But as they get busier, sometimes that sort of goes out the window. And a really good illustration or a story I can tell you is about a business owner I was working with a few years ago, and he said, me and my friend started a business at the same time. It was exactly the same in exactly the same industry. He grew a $30 million business, and I grew $1 million business. And then he said, the only thing I think he did differently was that he created leadership within his business. And that's true. But the other thing he probably did to create that leadership was to ensure that he was working on a strategy of his business all the time. And it's an old cliche, working on your business rather than in your business, but it's actually true. So small business owners don't always have the luxury of just working on, but they should at least spend a few hours each month working on. Now, when we look at a business, we have a thing called the Business Success Partners business model, and there it is there. And we break a business up into what we call the strategic parts of the business, which is the personal vision, which is where the business owner, perhaps the business owner and the family, where they want to be heading, business vision, where the business needs to be heading, strategy, structure and culture. And then you have all the operational elements, all the day-to-day elements, products and services, sales and marketing, people, systems and processes, and finance. So they're sort of the doing things. And what often happens in a business is that the business starts off, as I said, it might have a bit of a strategy, but once it starts getting busy, a lot of the strategic elements just sort of go out the window because they're so busy working on the operational elements. And when that happens, the business sort of stops to grow. And if you look at, a lot of businesses in this country and countries around the world, they sort of get to a certain level and then they flatline. They flatline because they're not creating leadership in the business. They're not thinking about what's happening in the next 2 to 3 to 4 years. They're really just working on what's happening now. So, and it doesn't take much. It just takes maybe 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours every month to sort of pull yourself out of the business and say, okay, where are we going? Where have we come from and where are we going? And making sure that you're thinking a week ahead, 2 weeks ahead, 2 months ahead, 2 years ahead. And you actually do spend time working on your strategy. So my tip for this week is to ensure that if you're a small business owner, that you try and spend at least 3 hours a month working on your strategy of your business.
Okay, that's a very good one. Yeah, I think it's all about the focus too, isn't it? That's part of that, what you're saying. So if they are focused and the end goal is clear, it just makes it easier to actually do it, doesn't it? So,
yeah, and the vision, their business vision is obviously related to the strategy. The business vision is actually where you're going, the target, if you like, and the strategy is what you use to get you there.
Okay, that's good. That's a beauty. Okay, I like it.
What's your tip?
My tip is about getting accurate traffic in Google Analytics, because I see this time and time again, and business owners are sort of lulled into this false sense of security that they're actually getting quite a lot of traffic on their sites. And when you sort of dig a bit deeper, you find they're actually not. So I'm going to show you probably the most common thing that I see, and that is referral traffic being spam. I'm going to show you how to identify it and how to remove it. So I'm going to share my screen and going to bring up an actual live example of it here. And righty-ho. Now, that's quite small, isn't it? Okay. I'll make it slightly bigger there. Right. That's about as big as I can get it. But anyway, what I'm going to do is just go back to, say, the home of this particular example here. So this is what you'd see when you log in. So what you want to do is come down to Acquisition and click on Overview. And what this does, this gives you an overview of all the traffic that you're getting. So this is just for the past week for this particular organization. But if we scroll down, we can see there's direct traffic, there's organic search, and there's referral traffic. So referral traffic is the one that you should take a look at if you want to work out if you're getting spam traffic or not. So if we click on referral traffic, and straight away we can see that we've had 232 visits this week from cpinkypanda.icu. Now that doesn't look dodgy, Phil. I don't know what does, but that's, so if you want to just check it out and make sure that it is dodgy, just go and, put the URL in. Now, you probably can't see this screen I'm doing, can you? No, I need to share my whole screen. Yeah, okay. So you can't see this, I'm sorry, but this is really, really dodgy website. So
it's probably best that they can't see it then.
Yeah, exactly. So you can just have a bit of a look through here and just check out, baidu.com. Just make sure it's a genuine. You can see it's got 100% bounce rate, so that's pretty sus. These other ones have got 0%. So it's all, most of this is just rubbish traffic. So you're not really, going to take a lot of notice of it. Now this one here, no garlic and onions, happens to be genuine, although it looks dodgy, but it doesn't matter. So, but what we want to do here is we don't want traffic from these people here. So I'm just going to copy that dodgy link. I'm going to click on the little wheel, the settings wheel in the bottom left-hand corner here. So I can click on that. And then I'm going to go into tracking info, referral exclusion list. And I'm going to add a referral exclusion. Oh, I can't say that on a Friday morning. A referral exclusion list. And I'm going to just paste that in and go create. And now what will happen from now on in is that Google will remove that particular website's traffic from my my analytics data, which means I'm now going to get accurate data. So I'm going to go through and do all of those because this is just for 1 week. If I went back for a month, you'll see there's more companies. So I recommend you do it. I'll just remove myself there. There we go. Because otherwise, you don't really know what you are getting. And if you're getting that sort of traffic from dodgy Panda, something or other, most of these things are in foreign countries, then I would recommend get rid of it, and then you'll start getting accurate traffic.
I can remember when we first started working together, and I was very fixated on the amount of traffic that was coming to our website, and then you sort of pointed out that yes, well, not all traffic's valuable. So it's a good tip, and it's something that people need to realise, that it's not just a case of numbers; it's a case of quality as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And you get a lot of robots going onto the site, and there's a whole. I mean, that's just a very simple thing. You can get really complicated with Google Analytics. They have some very good tools in there to remove everything, but that's just a simple one you can start off with, and you'll start getting more accurate traffic. So that's what I've got for this week. Excellent.
Okay, we'll see you next Friday.
See you next Friday. Look forward to it. Cheers, Phil. And by the way, I just got an email in from Isaac, who looks after the website. Great website designer, by the way. He is going to put some comments underneath these videos on the site. So if you guys have got some questions or whatnot you'd like to ask, by all means, just flat a little comment below. And Phil, I believe you've got some questions from other people from the YouTube channel for next week.
Yes, that's right. And I thought we could maybe spend a little bit of time on Friday Biz next week answering some of those questions. It'd be good.
Sure. Yep. No, that'll be great. That means we don't need to prepare any content.
Yes.
Okay. Rightio. Good on you. Okay, we'll see you next Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you want to ask a question, please leave it in the comments below. We appreciate you. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.